everyone, I'm here with the decks that I'm using for the month of April. So these are going to be the decks that I'm using in my daily tarot draws. If you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, Facebook or Twitter, you will see these. As well as if you order a reading from me through my Etsy shop, unless of course it's a specific reading that uses a specific deck, you're probably going to get a reading from one of these decks that I'm showing today. So for the month of April, I kind of have a bit of an Alice in Wonderland theme. To me, this always speaks of spring. It definitely makes me think of childhood and wonder, but I like too that there is a little bit of a darker edge to Alice in Wonderland. It's not all sweetness and niceness, so I like that too because it's got a bit of a shadow element. So I'm going to be using the Tarot in Wonderland by Barbara Moore. This is a really lovely deck. I love the inside of this. It's got a beautiful, full color, very thick book. Really love this. I love that it's full color. It's wonderful. And of course, it's Barbara Moore, so you know that the information in here is really great. And then we have the deck itself. We've got our ribbon here. Pull it up with the ribbon. I love this drawing of the Cheshire Cat in the bottom, which harkens back to the actual illustrations. So my deck seems to have some printing issues. If you'll notice, I don't know if it's this way, there's some that have like a little bit of a white mark on the edge, like they were kind of chopped a little bit differently, and there's a couple where the lamination coating is not what it should have been. Like you can tell there's no lamination coating. But other than that, you know, those are some like just production issues. They don't have anything to do with the artist or with the author at all. So I love this. I love the backs. They're not reversible because you've got Alice here, you've got the White Rabbit here, but I do love the artwork very, very much. So we've got here the Knight of Swords. You see a unicorn riding a horse. So let's do this a little bit differently. There we go. That's better. We've got the cover here, the Six of Cups. I just love this. I love the story of Alice. I think it's a really cool story. Definitely, like I said, makes me think of my childhood because I read like Alice in Wonderland with the original, you know, illustrations and everything. I remember being really confused as a kid seeing the Disney version because it doesn't match either book, the Alice in Wonderland or Alice Through the Looking Glass. It combines the two, and I didn't think it was quite right, but the book itself I really love. So you've got lots of imagery here from both Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass here. There she's going down the rabbit hole. That's a wonderful fool. So I'm working with this month. I think it has a really nice spring energy to it. And like I said, it's got shadow in it. It's got light and shadow, which I really, really like. And the colors here are really wonderful. Love that Wheel of Fortune. This one is one where you could see there's like a blue line here. And I don't know if you can kind of hear, but the lamination's not there, so it has more of a matte kind of feel to it. It doesn't bother me too much. I suppose I could always like ask them for another card, but it's not the end of the world. So yeah, very cool. Very cool deck, working with that this month. And of course, you know, if I'm going to use the Alice Tarot, then I've got to use the Alice Oracle as well. So we have here the Alice in Wonderland Oracle deck by Jasmine Beckett Griffith and Lucy Cavendish. So this deck, I got it because of the Alice theme, but I was actually quite surprised by it because, again, it's got a darker edge to it. It's got more going on than meets the eye. So you've got here, I love these backs. I love this kind of, what do they call this? Damask with the, I love how it fades, like it kind of, the fading in the middle. Of course, you've got your wonderful guidebook. But it's got some darker themes in it. The guidebook is really excellent. This is probably my favorite Lucy Cavendish and Jasmine Beckett Griffith deck. It is definitely a little bit older, a little bit darker. Like people think, oh, you know, it's Alice, it's very sweet. but it actually has a lot of depth to it. I love too the art history references. This has I think this painting, it's a Velázquez painting called Las Niñas. And here it's kind of been made to be like Alice in the middle of the room instead of the, I think, Spanish or Portuguese princess. Find the lesson, discover the purpose in a situation, trust that you are learning. And you can see there's some older style art and newer style art. This one as well. This is kind of a bit of a Snow White vibe to it. This also, I think this is based off of a Vermeer painting. Law is not justice. How true is that? This references Bosch. So a lot of art history references here. And I love art history. This kind of makes me think this is very Rococo. There you've got more, it's more of like a dolly kind of vibe to it. Yeah, there's a lot of sort of art history references, which I love. Almost have prizes, trying to please everyone. Keeping up, immense effort. Like it's a beautiful deck, but it is one that, you know, challenges you, and I really enjoy that about that. And I think that the two couple together really, really well. Use your time well. That's like an older style. There, we've got another very Rococo. Makes me think of a Fragonard painting. So yeah, beautiful. I think they will go together extremely well. Other decks that I am using this month, I have here, I'm still using the classic Lenormand. I think it'll go really well with the Alice in Wonderland tarot because it's got, you know, that Victorian type of art with it. So I think they'll pair together really well. Plus the playing cards, which feature very prominently in Alice in Wonderland. So having these playing card inserts, I think, just goes really, really well with the two decks, with the Oracle and with the Tarot decks. So continuing to use that as sort of my spring Lenormand as we get out of winter and into spring here on the prairies. Next, I did pick up one of the mini rock pool decks, which I thought would be great for spring. It is the Secret Garden. Now, I don't use these in my readings for others. I generally just use this as a pull at the end of the day, sort of a nice thought, and I thought this would be great for spring. So we have our little garden there. I love the inside. The backs are really cute. And it's just got like these nice happy sayings on them, which I think is great for the end of the day. Like opportunity, release, rest, patience. Some nice little affirmations with the lovely flowers and spring and mushrooms. Really cute. Leave no stone unturned. Play. Beginnings. Potential. The littlest key can open the heaviest door. How true is that? And I love that they've got the little key here. Surprises. Oh, I love the little buddy. Venture down the rabbit hole. How perfect is that for an Alice in Wonderland theme this month? And then I always like to also use kind of like a god or goddess deck. For the month, I am using the Goddess Power deck by Colette Baron Reid. I know not everybody's a huge fan of this deck. I do not mind it at all. I like the artwork in here. The only thing I didn't like about this deck was the excessive packaging. I don't know if anyone remembers that, you know, for a while there, Hay House kind of had sort of excessive packaging. Like, I would have preferred if the book fit into the smaller box. This came in a bigger box, which came in a sleeve. It was just too much. It was too much packaging. So, like, the book is quite large and didn't fit into the box. And really, to me, it was just sort of like excessive packaging. But the deck itself I quite like. I know it's not everyone's taste, like artwork wise and stuff, with the little ribbon to pull it out. So it's kind of like, it's photographs, but then they're manipulated, digitally manipulated. I'm not usually a huge fan of that, but I don't mind these. The artist for this one is, what's her name? Jenna Della Gradagila. I could be pronouncing this wrong, I'm sorry. I love her artwork. She does it really, really well. So we have Artemis and Focus. And I love that this has goddesses from different parts of the world. Like, it is very inclusive. Got Rhea, Flo, Uzumi, Humor. Love this one. I love her expression. Mary and Miracles. I like that Mary's older here. She's not a young lady. Eoster. New Beginnings. Perfect for this time of year. Maybe I need to turn the whole thing around. Okay. I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Benzagen or Benzazen 10. Beauty. That's a lovely card. Mnemosyne, I never pronounced this right. She's a Greek goddess. It's interesting that she chose to use someone of African heritage for this, because she's a Greek goddess, but not that that is an issue. I just think it's an interesting choice. Kuan Yin, Passion. Hera and Alliance, very strong Hera there. Nike and Ambition. Nyx and Secrets. Iris, Communication. Mamakila, the Moon. Mayat and Truth. I do like that she chose for an Egyptian goddess that she's using here, someone of African heritage. I think that that's good. We have Bridget, again, as an older woman. So there's good diversity in here. There's diversity of ethnicities and backgrounds. Also age as well, which I think is really great for a goddess deck. It's not all young ladies. Not that there's anything wrong with being a young lady, though. But it's nice to see some older ladies in here, too. Athena and Knowledge. Maya and Illusion. Shakti and Transformation. So it's just like a nice all-around deck. And again, I really feel this brings in like a lot of spring and very feminine and goddess energy. So again, we have Aphrodite here, is a Greek goddess, and again, she's chosen someone of African heritage. Again, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think it's interesting because all of the other mythologies, she's been kind of true to that background. But I do think it's good to have like more diversity in decks, so I understand why they did that. White Buffalo Calf Woman, Skuld, Norse mythology, the future. So it's just like a really interesting deck. I quite like it. I like the art style in here, and it's nice to have, like I like to have in the spring, a nice goddess deck with a bunch of different goddesses from a bunch of different backgrounds and cultures and mythologies. I think that's always good to have, and I do like the diversity in this deck. So that's what I'm using for the month of April. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. Do you like these decks? Do you not like these decks? Do you have these on your wish list? Like, what are your thoughts on these decks? Love to hear it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Again, just a reminder, on my Patreon this month, I am doing sort of a Witch's Cottage level, which is like a Witchcraft 101 educational level. I have a Tarot School level and an Astrology Academy, which are all about obviously learning about the tarot and learning about astrology, if you want to check that out over there. And of course, you can also book a reading on my Etsy shop. But otherwise, just thank you for watching. Thank you for watching and for your comments and all of your love. It means a lot to me, and especially big thank you to my patrons. You guys are the best. You allow me to keep doing this. I so appreciate it. And it's always peace and love. Oh, there's my heart.